Good morning, class. Today we are going on to section 6.4, which is the applications of trigonometric ratios. Now there are two concepts that I need to tell you first. First is called the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. Now what do you mean by the angle of elevation? Now for example, this is the eye. This will be the horizontal line. Okay, now if the object is here, you will draw this line here from the eye to the object, and the angle that it makes with the horizontal will be called the angle of elevation. Okay, now what do you mean by angle of depression? Angle of depression is when the eye is looking downwards at the object. The angle that this line makes with the horizontal is the angle of depression. Now I repeat, angle of elevation is horizontal and the line up. This is called angle of elevation. Angle of depression is horizontal, line down. This will be called the angle of depression. Okay, you will come across these two terms very frequently in the questions that is associated to applications of trig ratios. Okay, now first I'm going on to example 8 first. Alright, now example 8 asks you to find the height of the building, which is TF. Now if you look at this triangle, this is the known angle, opposite adjacent, I'll use tangent, TF over 38. Then I do the necessary calculations, I will get the height of the building as 24.7 meters. Okay, alright, so this is your example 8. Now, your example 9. Let's look at example 9. Example 9 wants you to find the angle HGL. That means this angle. Okay, you know the opposite and you know the adjacent, I will use tangent. Opposite, adjacent, I use tangent. I press the calculator, I'll get 29.9 degrees. Okay, so this is your example 9. Alright, now I'm going on to example 10. Now let's take a look at example 10. Now example 10 looks complicated, but it's just that there are a few diagrams superimposed into one. That's why it looks complicated. Okay, now let us look at example 10 and what does it say. They say they want to find the length of RHS. That means this whole building here, what is the length? Okay, now I'm going to start with tangent 22.4 is opposite over adjacent. So I will get PH as 77.637. So I already got this line here. This line here as 77.637. Now, then I look at this particular triangle, the bigger triangle here. Okay, I take tangent 40.7 is opposite over adjacent. I'll find RH. Then I do the calculations, I'll be able to get RH. Now, this whole length here will be just RH plus HS. Okay, RH plus HS. Alright, so I will take RH plus HS, but be careful, HS is actually equals to PQ because this is a rectangle. So when this is 32, this will also be 32. Okay, so when I add them up together, I will get the height of the building. Okay, RHS. Alright, so this is example 10. Now, example 11 is slightly more difficult. And let's take a look at the question here. They are telling you to find the height of this window. This is the diagram given to you. How to find the height of this window. Now, I'm going to show you one triangle first. Now, let's take a look at this blue triangle. Okay, we know that this is 18, this is 57. I can find PR. So I use sine, I find PR. PR is this value. Okay, now I am going to look at another triangle. The green triangle here. Okay, now this is 46, this is still 18, this is opposite, I'm still using sine. So I find QR, which is 12.948. Now, how do I find the height of the window, which is represented by PQ? I will take the first answer minus the second answer. I will take the first answer minus the second answer. I'll get 2.15 meters. Now, some people will be wondering, why is this 18 and 18? Okay, now if you look at the question, it says that a ladder of length 18 meters. This is the ladder. It must be of length 18 meters. This is still the ladder, so it must be of length 18 meters. This one, the ladder is lying on top of the window. This one, the ladder is lying below the window. That's why it's still 18, because the ladder itself is 18 meters. Okay, so this will complete example 11 of your section 6.4. Okay, next I am going on to the homework that I've given for exercise 6D. Alright, check out your foolscap paper so that I can go through the answer with you. Alright, now question number 1. They ask you to find the height of the Christmas tree, which is TB. So I use tangent, I apply and I calculate. I'll get 17.0 meters. Okay, alright, question number 3. They ask you to find angle ABK. Opposite hypo, I use sine. I'll be able to find angle ABK, which is this answer over here. Okay, I am going on to the next question, which is question number 5. Okay, let us all look at question number 5. They want us to find AC. Okay, AC. Alright, so we will use sine, we apply the ratio, and then we get the answer as 3.86 meters. 3.86 meters. Okay, now for part 2, you are supposed to find the length of BC. Now to find BC, I will have to use cosine and get the answer as 4.60 meters. Okay, if you are unable to get the answer or you have made mistake, please do your corrections. Alright, please do your corrections. Now I'm going on to the next question, and that is question number 7. Now question 7 asks you to find the height of the statue, which is the Merlion. Okay, they want you to find the height of the statue, which is the Merlion. Okay, now we know that the height of the statue is the whole thing. The whole thing here, which is MP. Now tangent 44 will only give you MA. You find this answer here. But you know that this particular girl, Li Xin, is 1.5 meters. So I take 6.5183 plus 1.5. I will get this answer as the height of the statue. That means the height of the Merlion. Okay, now you will realize that it is not very difficult to do all these questions, but you have to be careful about the diagram. If the diagram is given, of course it's very good. You add the dimensions in the diagram. If the diagrams are not given, try to draw a diagram to visualize the whole situation. Okay, now next question is question number 8. Question number 8. Alright, now question number 8 requires you to find the height of the flagpole PQ. Now I'm going to find HR first. How to find HR? I use this triangle. I'm able to find HR, which is 20.797. Now take note that HR is also equals to DQ here, DQ. Alright, so I am able to use this particular triangle. I use tangent to find PQ. So therefore, the height of the flagpole is 14.3 meters. okay, 14.3 meters. Alright, now there's an extra question for you to try. Okay, this one is not required in your in your foolscap paper, but you can copy it down or do it in your notebook. That is question number 10. Question number 10. I'm going to give you a hint on how to do this question, but I will not be doing it for you. Okay, you try in a notebook. It's exactly the same as example 11, that one that talks about the height of the window, but just take note that you have to change the answer from meter to cm as required by the question. Okay, I want you to try this question in your notebook, okay, and try and get the answer, because it's actually very similar to example 11, just that the dimensions are changed. Okay, alright, this will be the end of section 6.4. Okay, class, please remember to do your homework diligently. Thank you, class.